another episode of Keep Scrolling. Right now, I am in the laundromat. I am in the laundromat doing my laundry because nobody's here. Today's Tuesday, and this is the best time to do laundry. I did it on Sunday, but there was hella people on Sunday, so I had to double back. I had to double back today. Yeah, boys at the laundromat right now. I was supposed to do a live stream yesterday. And I just wasn't really feeling it. So I'm gonna make it up today. I'm gonna do this live stream right now. But each live stream I want to have like a specific topic, and this is just me kind of channeling, a topic right now because I didn't really like write one down. But I think what I want to talk about is there's nothing wrong with having a job if you're pursuing your passion. There's nothing wrong with not having a job if you're pursuing your passion. Because eventually, if you work hard enough at that passion, you will turn that passion into a profession. And yeah, there's like a lot of people online who like kind of clown people for like being unemployed. Like I know that's kind of like the thing, but I feel like as long as you're doing something productive with your life, it really doesn't matter. As long as you're doing something productive with your life, it really doesn't matter. I haven't been working in like a couple of months. I'm about to start a new job, but during this process of not working, I dropped hella music videos. I traveled, I've done shows, went viral a couple of times, made some of the best music in my life, met a whole lot of new people. Bien dije yo que yo conocía al Señor. Yeah, man, you should never get lost in the sauce and only be focused on getting the bag. Like, there's nothing wrong with having a job. I don't want to come on this live and be like, oh yeah, having a job is not, because you need money to survive. But the goal shouldn't just be working just to work. The goal should be working so that you can invest in your passions. And a lot of people, I feel like, they get money, they get complacent, and they get kind of like stuck on this cycle of just like making money just to survive. And you're supposed to be making money so that you can live out your dreams and your passion. You're not supposed to be making money just to make money. I think a lot of people got the concept of money confused. Like, money isn't something that you're supposed to have, it's something that you're supposed to use. People think having money means everything, but it doesn't. You're supposed to use money. Money is a tool. Money isn't something that you just stack and you become like just like the greatest person alive to ever do it. It's like, no, you're supposed to get money so you can use it to finance your day-to-day life and what you actually want to do with your life. So, I don't know. I just wanted to come on this live and kind of just talk about that because I don't know. I've had plenty of jobs over the years, and I've never really like stayed at any of these places because the only thing constant is change. And my life has changed so much throughout these last couple of years. Like, I don't live with so many different people. I don't live in so many different places. And I've just, in the process of doing all these different jobs, I've really been using them to finance my music and my content. And obviously I'm not where I want to be in terms of financial wealth, but nothing happens overnight. And if you keep on putting money into your craft and you keep on putting money into your dreams, eventually, like, you will see the fruits of your labor. And I'm no motivational speaker or anything, but if you have something that you're good at and you enjoy doing that more than anything else, you should be putting money into that. You shouldn't be putting money into like stupid stuff. Like, everyone needs to eat, right? And everyone needs a roof over their head. Everyone needs water. But like, outside of these three things, you know what I'm saying? You really should be allocating funds for stuff that you're good at. I feel like a lot of people, like, they get bread, they get money, and they just spend it on stuff they don't really need, stuff that doesn't have any value. And also, people get into jobs and then they forget that they actually have like talents and gifts that they're supposed to be using. And then when they're working this job, they start to become depressed because they're like, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So, I don't know. It's hard to find a balance between like work and chasing your dreams. It seems like nowadays you really have to go on like one side of the extreme, which is not working and fully chasing your dreams, or working full time to save up until you get to a point where you're stable and then start chasing your dreams. But I don't know, this isn't really a live stream to give advice. This is just like my thoughts. So, yeah. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about this topic. Do you think it's important to, chase your dreams or chase the bag? Because if you chase the bag, you're going to not have time to really chase your dreams. But if you chase your dreams, you might end up getting bag, straight up. All these like people blowing up nowadays who like are fully doing content or fully doing music or fully doing whatever that they're gifted with, they seem to stumble on more success because they focused on their internal gifts versus getting money. And when you die, you don't bring money with you. I just wanted to get on here and just kind of like say like, if you're somewhere around the age of like, I'm gonna say like 18 to like 29, if you're somewhere around the age of 18 years old to 29, you're probably at a point in your life where like people are kind of expecting you to get a job and quote unquote do something with your life, but don't take what they're saying to heart. That's another thing I want to talk about. People tell you to like get a job or you're not doing enough. Don't take it to heart, because a lot of times, especially when you're in the ages of 18 to 29, people kind of look at you not for who you are, but what you have. And a lot of people think that if you don't have money, you don't have a place, you don't have a car, you're not doing anything. So don't take that stuff to heart. It's like a society thing. Like, you don't have, that stability, people are always gonna look at you sideways. But don't take that stuff to heart, Like, it'll be people you know in real life, it'll be family, it'll be friends. People will look at you funny if you don't have anything stability-wise. But as long as you're chasing your dreams and you're putting your money into your craft, that's all that matters. Like, that's all that matters. If you make $100 and you're putting at least like 20, if you got $100 and you at least putting like 20 towards what you're good at or your craft, then that's fine. And if you don't have any money at all, if you're putting your time and you're putting 2 hours a day into doing what you're good at, that's all that matters, bro. know what I'm saying? We're not here to be running on a hamster wheel for other people. We're here to create something new that, you know what I'm saying, works for us. And like a lot of these jobs too, one thing I've noticed is like a lot of these jobs now are really like not hiring. Like jobs that used to hire all the time, not really hiring anymore. So, you know what I'm saying? People talk about like the economy and all this other stuff. Like everyone is just trying to build something new for themselves, but doing it with their gifts and talents. And I know I'm going on a tangent here, but like the goal is to build something new for your gifts and talents and make money from it, you know? Like you're always gonna need money, at least right now. So I would say like, you know what I'm saying, if you're a YouTuber and you do like anime edits or some shit like that, focus on anime edits and make like the most goated anime edits or something. And then, you know, maybe someday somebody will see your anime edits and be like, hey, I'll pay you to do edits for me. Like, people be surprised. You never know who's watching. You never know who's watching you. You never know who's looking at your social media. You never know what could come out of chasing your dreams. And a lot of people who took that risk are some of the people who are the richest today. Like the people who are like dead broke, like celebrities, influencers, people with like a large amount of money. A lot of them were broke and nobody really supported them. You know what I'm saying? He said it's all about balance. You put too much in one basket, it ain't gonna work in the long run. I see that like a lot of people have this mind state where it's like, you know, you need like a backup plan. And my response to that is everything happens for a reason. If you are in a bad position and you don't have money, like even that happens for a reason. So I'm gonna say to you put too much in one basket, like that's not gonna last forever, you know, unless you continuously make like terrible decisions. That phase of putting too much into one basket, that kind of stuff doesn't last forever, but I do think you kind of do have to put all your eggs into one basket if you truly want to build something new for yourself. It is about balance, and you do need stability to support your gift. But if you have faith, if you have belief in yourself, like I know a lot of people say this, but like if you really genuinely believe in yourself and your gifts and talents, the stability will come from it, you know? And if you are truly blessed and, you know what I'm saying, doing good, not just for yourself, but for others, you will find opportunities to still have stability and do what you have to do. You may not be like financially up, but you will find opportunities to be stable even if you don't have a job. Guaranteed. There's like so many different ways to make money. You know what I mean? So many different ways to make money, and like I'll just speak from personal example. I used to do live streaming on TikTok, and that was my source of income until I got a job. And I've had a lot of like gigs over the last couple of years. I worked at a pool serving food to like military veterans and stuff. Worked at countless restaurants, landscaping, all types of like side gigs and stuff. So like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying this live stream is not me saying that I'm not trying to like downplay the importance of money, but I'm saying like don't let having a job get in the way of your gifts and talents. That's what I'm trying to say. Obviously you need money, and obviously you need a roof over your head. No one's gonna dispute that at the end of the day. But shout out to Blue Flame for the shout out to Blue Flame for the comments. He said, if you truly believe in your gift, you would care enough to keep it afloat. Stability is key and wise. You can still chase your dream and work. It ain't the end of the world. No, I agree. I do think it's important to have, some form of stability. I'm just saying, don't let that stability get in the way of your gifts and talents. Like, some people get a 9 to 5, come home, and don't do anything with the money that they've made or the little bit of free time that they have. That's like a lot of people, yo. Like, I know a lot of people who work full time, and you know what I'm saying? They don't really put any, I don't want to say effort, but they don't have the energy to really do their gifts and talents because they done put like 8-9 hours down on wherever they work at, you know? So I do think it is about finding a balance, but I also do kind of believe in the idea that, if you are pursuing your gifts and talents full time, you will reap the benefits of what you're doing, because that's just how God works, yo. God gave everyone a gift, and you're supposed to be here doing that gift. And the more you use that gift, the more opportunities you get. Everybody has an innate set of gifts and talents. And you're supposed to be here using that shit. You're not supposed to be here chasing bag. That's just some shit we're doing so that we can all eat. But that's not like the end goal. So I just wanted to get on here and say, like, don't feel bad if you don't have a job and you're pursuing your dreams. Because a lot of people will try to make you feel like you're not doing it. That's like a big point that I want to make. Like, a lot of people will really try and downplay the amount of energy and time and effort that you put into your passions solely because you're not following the guidelines and the rules and the overall expectations of society. You know what I'm saying? So don't feel bad, especially if you're in the age ranges of 18 to 29. Do not feel bad if you don't have a job. As long as you're pursuing your talents and gifts, you will find yourself in a source of income. Don't feel bad. There's like so many examples of people who were dead broke, nothing to their name, pursued their gifts and talents, mainly on social media. And they didn't just stumble, they manifested a life of wealth and abundance, because all they did was work on their craft, and people started, you know what I'm saying, rocking with them. So that's all I'm saying. It is about balance. You know what I'm saying? Some people aren't meant to be working at all. That is some real stuff. Some people aren't meant to be doing 9 to 5s. Some people aren't meant to be pursuing their thing full time. Like, it is about finding balance, but I think you're right, Blue Flame. I think it does depend on the individual, though. Not everybody has a rose-colored lens glasses like I do. Not everyone has a large amount of belief in themselves. A lot of people do value stability and comfort over having their gifts and talents be shown, you know? And I'm not here to criticize, I'm not here to give advice. I guess if I were to give advice, once again, the only thing I'm saying is, if you don't have a job and you're somewhere from the ages of 18 to 29 and you're pursuing your passions full time, don't feel bad. Do not feel bad. And don't let the world make you feel like you're not doing enough, because you are. You know? We gotta stop the online stigma. Just like, if you're an adult, a young adult, we gotta stop that online stigma of being a young adult and being unemployed is like the worst thing ever. And the thing that be like cracking me up about that is it'd be like kids doing that kind of stuff. It'd be like literally kids. And then in a couple years they gonna be unemployed. So it's like, no, like, there's so much more to life than a job and money. You know what I'm saying? There's so much more. And some of the best experiences that I've had in this life didn't come from what I had, it came from who I knew, and it came from the energy I put out into the world. Like, these last couple of years have been like really good in a lot of aspects for me. I've been through a lot, but it's like if I didn't take certain financial risks and I didn't believe in myself, I wouldn't have the girlfriend that I have, I wouldn't have the friends that I have, I wouldn't have the music that I have, I wouldn't have millions of views online, I wouldn't have any of it. I wouldn't have any of it. So, yeah, if you're a YN, not if you're a YN, but you know what I'm saying? Like if you're 18 to 29, if you out here trying to do music, content, food, comedy, art, like you're trying to do something with your life that has to do with your gifts and talents, nothing will happen overnight, but putting time into your craft every day and putting money into your craft every day will make a huge difference, and it will make you feel so much happier and so much more fulfilled than 90% of the world. Like, it'll make you feel so much better. People wake up every day depressed. People wake up every day with mental health issues. People wake up every day not wanting to be here. And a lot of that comes from the fact that they're not doing their God-given gifts. Like I guarantee you, I don't even know if you can say this word on YouTube Live, but the rates of people unaliving themselves will go down a lot if people have more jobs and more ways to make income off of their creativity. The rates will go down exponentially. Because that's what most people want to do. Like, you look at like some of these like statistics, like especially like in the younger generations, like everybody wants to be a content creator, everybody wants to be an artist, everybody wants to be a musician, nobody wants to be working a 9 to 5. Like nobody wants to do that. We're the generation that is like changing the boundaries of what it means to make income. That's why you see so many people now on YouTube. That's why you see so many people now on TikTok. That's why you see so many people now on the internet trying to do social media. Because like, who wouldn't want to get paid off of their creativity? Like that's like the number one dream for a lot of people right now. And it's possible, bro. Like we live in a social media, digital world. Like everything revolves around attention and what's cool and what's entertaining and what sounds good. Like everybody needs something or somebody to look at for inspiration, for entertainment, for creative purposes, you know? So, I don't know. I'm yapping. He said, I used to be broke for a year. I had enough of it and created my own opportunity. I moved out of state and into a new city, living in my car. I have a crib and can focus on what I want. See that right there? That is the blueprint of not just having your own stuff, but also having free time to do your gifts, you know? Everybody who ever pursued like a career in creativity, they went through what you went through. They went through exactly what you went through. I went through something similar, except I was living with my friends and I made a lot of content while I was living with my friends, and the result of that years later is now I have a platform where people actually watch me and listen to my music. And you know, I'm about to go back into working because now I'm living with my family, but I know that the years of, you know, grinding and putting energy into music and content creation is paying off like in real time. So it's like you gotta sacrifice low key the way people look at you And low-key, your lifestyle, if you really want to elevate and get what you deserve, you know? It's not fun. It's not easy. You know what I'm saying? People will look at you crazy, especially when you don't have anything. But like that's kind of necessary in order to really pave a way for yourself, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of necessary, yo. Like, if I'm just gonna speak personally. If I never took a chance on myself and separated myself from a lot of the things that society claims is necessary, I don't think I would have this platform. I don't think I would have the people who I work with musically. I don't think I would have like even any type of opportunity to make any money off of my music, you know? And I'm not like rich off of music yet or anything like that, but I really have like a platform that I can really keep working on. People can look at and be like, damn, this guy's actually, you know what I'm saying? He's doing some shit. But it wasn't always like that because I was so focused on school and work and like shit that like my family was saying. And I just stopped doing that shit. I just stopped caring. So he said, you grow a lot through the uncertainties. Yeah, you go through a lot of that shit. But yeah, man, that shit is no joke, man. You really have to like sacrifice a lot if you really want to be a musician or a content creator. Like people sleep on musicians especially because people think because there's like a million musicians, a million rappers in the sea. Everyone thinks it's like, oh, it's like the easiest thing. But that shit takes time. That shit takes energy. It takes so much time to make a song. It takes so much time to release a song. It takes so much time to promote that song. Like, people have no idea how much energy it takes to be a musician online. And that's a whole other live stream. We're just talking about having a job and putting your money and your time into doing what you want to do, but that's a whole other live stream. Yeah, bro, like, trying to do any type of content creation in 2025, people gonna look at you crazy if you don't have money or have a place to stay. But even on YouTube, bro, you see all these like homeless people going up. Like, there's no excuse now. There's no excuse. I think there's like a homeless rapper blowing up. I seen a homeless rapper going up. I don't know his name, but he's fired. Like, you got people on YouTube who are dead broke, dead homeless, getting millions of views, living out in the woods. Like, it's really, how bad do you want it? Like, how bad do you want this life for yourself? You know what I mean? Like, how God wants to see how far you're willing to go to live the life that you not want, not need, but deserve. Like, how far are you willing to go? Are you willing to give up friends? Are you willing to have people look at you crazy? Are you willing to, you know what I'm saying, make people feel uncomfortable? Are you willing to go against the collective? Like, these are all like, you know what I'm saying? These are all things like God is gonna put you through to see how bad you want it. And Lord knows, bro, these last like specifically 4 or 5 years, bro, I went against a lot of, I'm gonna say, old ways of doing things, and people who kind of like have a certain type of mentality. I went against that, and I have separated myself from a lot of stuff because I realized, like, if I truly want to live this life as a musician, as a content creator, as a rapper, as a young Zay, I have to have faith in myself to the point where it's like, you could tell me my music is trash. You could tell me that I'm not gonna make it, but I believe in myself so hard that it's like I can overstep those boundaries. Like, I can overstep over that brick wall. Like, I've gotten to that point now where I get so much hate, not just online, but just people looking at me crazy in person for some of the stuff that I'm known for. And I'm just like, I'm still here. You know what I mean? I'm still here. I'm still doing music. I'm still posting. I'm still here. After 6, 7, 8, 9 years. I've been doing this for 9 years, bro. You know what I'm saying? I've been on the internet doing Young Zay shit since like I was 16, about to be 25. Real shit. About to be 25. I've been doing this shit for 9 years, and I know that I'm about to get everything that I deserve because I done sacrificed like everything. I've literally sacrificed everything. So I ain't really tripping. I ain't really tripping like that. But back to the main point. Do not feel bad if someone is trying to play you for not having money or not having a job. Do not feel bad because 9 times out of 10, first of all, that person don't got any money either. Like, that person don't have any money either. But 9 times out of 10, they're just unhappy because they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're not pursuing their gifts. They're not pursuing their talents. So 9 times out of 10, don't even worry about what a hater gotta say about a job or some money. Because as long as you're pursuing your passions, as long as you're pursuing your gifts and your abilities, you're gonna be way well off in the future. It's like somebody who goes to the gym every day for a year, right? Maybe they may not have an NBA deal. Maybe they may not be Shaquille O'Neal, but they went to the gym every day for a year. So they're physically stronger, mentally stronger, and probably happier because that's what they enjoy doing. And from these things, that's where the money comes in from, because people start to recognize that you're persistent and you're consistent. Real wealth does not come from having money. Real wealth comes from how hard you're willing to work for what you believe in. That's real wealth. That's what separates people who are here today with money and people who are here for the next 20 years with money. Is how hard you're willing to work and what you're willing to sacrifice for your beliefs and your dreams. Yeah, man, I know I'm gonna go far with this shit. I know I'm gonna go far with this shit. I already have went far. I've broken a lot of boundaries that a lot of people thought I couldn't do. And I've made a lot of impressions on people. A lot of bad ones, a lot of good ones. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going, no matter what happens, no matter where I go in this life. I'm gonna keep going, bro. Yeah, you could take away my means of living, and you could take away even the people I'm around. And I'm still gonna be Young Zay, bro. And I'm still gonna find a way to get my music out here. That's some real shit. That's some real shit. But appreciate everybody who joined the live stream. I might do another live stream later. I'm still at the laundromat, so I gotta get my shit out the way. But keep scrolling, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next one.